Deb. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for coming. This is the 15th of June, so I'll be doing a Craft Our Paper Stash cards with Paige, who is Stmpgrl, Stmpgrl. I'll have her link below the channel. Every month on the 15th, we make about 5 cards. Typically 5, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but 5 is the idea. And this month I'm going to be doing monochromatic. I have some scraps left, and I'll show you the scraps here. Oops, I have some card bases cut out already and mats. So these are thick whisper white and basic black. These are some basic black scraps. That's another whisper white, and this is a whisper white regular scrap for stamping on, 2 little bits of that. And then this is the butterfly, botanical butterfly. These are scraps left over from the celebration paper. It's no longer available, although it is one of my current June giveaways, drawing if you place an order with me for $50 or more and use this host code. So this is not available, but a whole pack of it can be won. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. So these are my scrap pieces. I do still have 9 full sheets left, but I'm going to try not to cut into them and just use these. Some of them are butterflies and some of them are not on the back. So we have some dots and some stripes, and that one's butterflies, and this kind of butterfly. So there are quite a bit of butterflies, but also some stripes. So let's see what I come up with, and I'll be back with my 5 cards. Talk to you soon. Hey everyone, I'm back. I still have some scraps left. I did pull in some scrap silver foil that I had. That was from Beads and Baubles. Apparently I didn't use that, but I did use some. And I also pulled in some basic gray on one of the cards. So let me show you quickly what I did. This is the first one. These are both scraps of paper. Now this one had already been cut out using the stitched rectangle dies, which I hadn't realized, so I just used it. Very simple card. Basic black on the background of whisper white, thick, that folds this way. So it's 5.5 by it's 11 scored at 5.5, and then 4.25 this way. So I just did a You've Been on My Mind. That is out of the Butterfly Gala, whichever. And here's where I brought in the foil. I have this little butterfly, and I punched the big and the little out of foil, but I only ended up using the little one. I had one little strip over here. I cut off a long skinny strip I had, and here I used some of the silver metallic thread in the background just to make it look wispy, sort of like these swirls in the paper. And these are the silver metallic pearls out of the metallic pearls, which are still available. Okay, and then on the inside all I did was I stamped a butterfly. Now that one is this one here out of Beauty Abounds, which is also still available. So that is my first monochromatic card. The second one, I was stamping off on my paper. I had a scrap of whisper white that already had one of the new stitched nested label dies cut out of it, and I had this piece of paper. So I put it behind it, glued it on, and then what I did is I cut a piece I had of this in half-inch strips. I think I'll cut it in half anyway, and then I bumped them up on dimensionals to make it look like more like a frame, a picture frame, because I had not bumped this up. And then I took my Stampin' Up marker, and I did this on 2 cards, and just flicked really hard, and you get all these little specks. I'm sorry for the reach. Can't get my marker back in. all these little specks on the card. I don't know if you can see like here. So I have little specks all around, and then I have this black twine left over from, I think, a paper pumpkin. Tied a little bow and used some of the rhinestone basic jewels that are still available also. And then on the inside I stamped "Thank you so very much," and that is from Butterfly Gala, but I also did the splattery technique on there. So that is card number 2. Card number 3, I used a little bit bigger piece of paper. I used a basic black card. This is a standard A2 size, you know, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I put a piece of basic gray matte down behind here, and on this one, and then also tucked under here, I have a piece of the striped paper scrap, just a about 3/4 inch or maybe a 1 inch. I think it's 3/4 inch strip. And then I brought out my Starburst punch, my new 2-inch punch, and this flax ribbon, and I layered the flax ribbon between the Starburst, which is bumped up, and then this is also, the white is bumped up on top the black Starburst. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Yeah, there's a little dimension you can see. Then I took the new Butterfly Wishes, this butterfly here. I used basic gray ink and I stamped it off, and then I stamped it again onto the 2-inch circle so it's faint. And this time I did the splatter with the basic gray marker and all over the card and the circle. And then the thanks is die cut out of black, basic black, and I just used the well-written framelits dies. I guess we're just supposed to call them dies now, but there's a thanks in there, and that is it. And I put it across, trying to make sure I got it centered over the flax and over the stripes. And then I just used one basic pearl gem on there. And inside I had another piece of the stripe that is like that one, and I put it along the side, and then I did the same thing. I stamped off and stamped that butterfly in basic gray one more time up in the corner. So that is the 3rd card. And I think I forgot to mention, on this one I used my basic black marker and colored some pearls to put on the silver foil. So that is card number 3. And card number 4, I had some scraps that weren't big enough. They weren't working right to do anything else. So like this one and this one. And the butterflies had little pieces of their wings lopped off. So I thought, well, I'll use the circle and lop them off even more. So I used my I think my 2 1/4 inch circle punch here. This is a 1-inch circle punch, which is not Stampin' Up, and this is the 1 3/8 inch scallop circle punch, which is Stampin' Up. And I don't know if you remember it, but this carried over. This was the from the holiday catalog, the glittered organdy ribbon. I cut 3 strips, and I had them going this way, then this way, then this way across the background. I glued them down with snail. And then I glued these 2 big circles down and these 2 down. And these are bumped up on dimensionals, as is this 1 3/8 inch scallop circle punch, which I used the Hello out of Beauty Abounds on. And on that one, I just brought out the basic rhinestone basic jewels as well, and put, I think, 5 on to bring out the silvery sparkle glitter in the ribbon. And on the inside, all I did was I had a little scrap of that black butterfly paper, and I put that in and left the inside blank. So, and then again, the little black twine bow left over from a paper pumpkin kit. I don't remember which one. So that is card number 4. And then my last card, I went a little different. I had these pieces of paper already like this, and when I stacked them up they were each a little bit different size, so I made them like sort of like a birthday cake. So the bottom layer, the second layer, and the top layer. And since it looks sort of like a birthday cake to me, I wanted to stamp birthday wishes, and that was out of the new Butterfly Wishes set as well. But I didn't put butterflies on. I didn't want it to be too butterfly-y other than this one piece of paper at the top. And then I just put a whole bunch of rhinestone gems on different sizes, and I think there's 9 on there. And inside I just have a piece of white card with the black and white polka dot like the bottom layer here. So that is card number 5, and that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to go check out Stmpgrl. I'll put a link to her channel down below, and I hope you'll come back and join us next month, July, and see what we make then. So let me just lay these out here for you. I probably will not be putting these up on my blog because a lot of the products are no longer available, but I will put a link. I will put the product numbers for the ones that are still available down below in the video, and a link to my web store. Okay, I would appreciate if you'd shop with me, especially if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator yet. Here is the code V4MQRC7X for any orders under $150. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye for now.